And it looks like we are back on track, boys and girls, running a little bit late, but we will get there. Abusement Park is going to start off our nice pick ban phase by betting off the Aphelios of Lai Jai Lu. And Set's going to immediately get banned off by Iron Dragon, followed by LeBlanc by Abusement Park yet again, targeting I'm Candy this time. Well, looks like they did the research.
And I wasn't ready to see a LeBlanc ban. Like I don't think we saw LeBlanc at all last split. And like seeing it banned, I'm gonna assume that Candy can play that.
Oh no, I'm Candy played it during the the preseason tournament and absolutely dominated.
Oh, see, when I wasn't hired, yeah, I remember that. Remember
Gotcha.
not that.
Silas banned off from Iron Dragon as well, and Azir, which I think is a curious choice. Haven't seen a whole lot of it, but could be targeted to something that they've sneaked onto. Aatrox banned off the top lane for Joey Disu. So that brings us to our first pick.
Man.
What will Abusement Park's strategy be for this game?
Abusement Park, once again, reminding everybody in the audience that they did say that they were not afraid of Iron Dragon, that they were ready and they wanted this match. They were ready and they really, really want to take the win away from the last season's champs. And even with a different lineup, like we don't see Bisu here today, who was the mid laner of Iron Dragon back last season, we do see Candy. I'm Candy, who has performed up to par.
Well, Olaf chosen by Abusement Park as their first pick. To be answered by Maokai in the last second. Iron Dragon not normally this indecisive on champs, and like there's what I expect. A quick Trundle pick.
Now the Maokai and the Trundle is more of a better pick. Not a better pick, but like a good pick into the Olaf. I really like seeing that interaction because it's like they're both like really strong bruisers, and Olaf is affected by the AD reduction from Trundle, despite not being disabled.
Well, Misfortune picked up for Abusement Park for that bot lane. Looks like we're gonna get a support pick next. Ooh, Braum. There's something you don't see all too much of nowadays. Do enjoy a good Braum though.
I guess they're expecting to see a lot of projectiles or a lot of dive to come in after the Maokai and the Trundle onto this Misfortune, because Braum is usually picked in response as an answer more so. But the combo between Braum and Misfortune is also really strong, so I wouldn't be surprised. The Morgana pick coming out from Iron Dragons as well, to also just negate a lot of it.
Yeah, we will get the graphic working here in just a second. It has been a morning of technical difficulties. There we go. It's updated now. Karma banned off, I guess targeting like a Karma mid option.
Victor, a very strong control mage that has seen some good play here.
Iron Dragon taking their time with this ban.
Very much taking their time with their bans. The Darius to fit them to round out their list of bans, who's been tearing up solo queue lately.
Oh, Vayne picked off. That's interesting. I think Lai Jai Lu has picked up a few games on Vayne before, so not too terribly surprised by that, but
not to mention that Vayne does really well into that team comp so far. Although she struggles a bit against Misfortune, she also does scale in such a way that she can actually just shred Olaf and Braum and any other tank that wants to step up to her. But with the
Oh, yeah.
Ezreal pick, they're also going to have just as much safety, because from Iron Dragons, it seems like they're playing a much safer team comp than I'm used to seeing with them.
Like yesterday, we saw them on a very good scaling comp, and this looks to continue that trend. Although the rise from McCarty kind of helping to round out that Abusement Park team also scales incredibly well. Come on, do it. Pick Teemo. I dare you.
I don't think they're gonna go with it. I think they're gonna go with the Mordekaiser. Yep, I was right. The Mordekaiser is here, because the Mordekaiser into the Maokai matchup is a pretty Mordekaiser-sided fight, but scales very quickly into a Maokai-sided one with some MR. But
yeah,
I really want to see
so
what
many
they choose to round out Iron Dragon's team comp, seeing as how that's the one who seems to be, that's the comp that seems to be a little bit all over the place right now. Orianna.
Orianna. They've got some PO4. Morgana can help protect her. Maokai ult, Trundle, Pillar. Yeah, I could see it.
There's a lot. Like, they've got plenty of, like, both teams have plenty of engage between the Braum ultimate and the Ryze ultimate, but it's gonna come down onto Braum to do a significant portion of the engaging on that side. Got a lot of wave clear on both teams. Plenty of front line between the Trundle, Maokai, Mordekaiser, Braum, Olaf. Like, they've got plenty of front line and a lot of damage coming in. So both of these comps really well rounded. I really like to see this.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy both of these drafts. Abusement Park created a very cohesive team out of their draft. I like the Rise. Mordekaiser to help handle the 1v1, the big pick off. All right, someone got fed. Let's target them with Mordekaiser.
And yesterday,
take them out of the fight.
Yep, and yesterday, Abusement Park did see the Rise pick really pop off yesterday. So I want to see if they're going to be able to repeat that same feat with having a 300 CS by like 26 minutes. It was something ridiculous that he was like very powerful Rise at like by the mid game. Just ended up running away alongside their jungler Mute there. So it was I want to see if they can repeat the feat against Iron Dragon.
Well, I hope to see Iron Dragon stand strong and stand as our champions. Call me a fanboy, but I like the way they play.
I mean, you are a fanboy, but we're supposed to be impartial here. My money is going to Abusement Park, though. I have a lot of confidence in that Rise, and I really want to see how well he does yet again, even after that interview and everything else going just fine.
Well, I hope to see, honestly, most of the damage going to be on the Lai Jai Lu. Hopefully I can see him pop off yet again. His performance on Aphelios yesterday was absolutely stunning, and I really hope to see him bring that same level of skill to Ezreal on the Rift.
Hopefully, I'm excited, because there's a lot of protection for the Ezreal and for the Orianna there. So it's going to be very difficult for each team to find picks and to pick each other off, and like it's going to probably come down to these big explosive team fights that I'm so ready for. But in the chat, let's see if we can see from our viewers. Let's see whether you want to see an ID win or an ABP win. Which one do you guys out there? What do you want to see?
In the meantime, on the same, on that note of just a lot of CC and a lot of protections, the Olaf pick into this team comp, I think is absolutely perfect. Right, Abusement Park choosing quite well to have that just absolutely unstoppable CC-proof mobster running into the backline.
And that's why you always have to bring a lot of damage into comps against Olaf to make sure that he doesn't get tanky enough or strong enough really to hit that backline. Which I think Iron Dragon has done.
Our chat is very opinionated. Yes, Cryptid, I agree with you. Team Trigger Happy has this game hands down.
Team Trigger happy? Did you forget what game we're playing?
Apparently Cryptid did, but power to them.
What do we got? We go into the loading screen now.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll be up and at 'em very, very
Team
shortly.
Yeah, Team Iron Dragon continuing their long-standing tradition of very few skins. Love it.
We need to add an emote that's like brown 5-point because I don't think we're gonna see another 5-point this game or any point this split.
Yeah, it's out with your
I told
5 point.
chat
Let's
yesterday.
invade.
I told chat yesterday that the only time we saw an actual 5-point was when I called it in the games the exhibition matches that I was playing.
Oh no. Invades. We always invade.
We do see
Level
quite
1 team fight in the jungle. Go for it.
nah 5-point it. Make sure that doesn't happen. Avoid it, especially when you're running scaling comps like this.
All right, we are loading into the rift now. Players are ready to go, and the rift is lighting up. And there's pause.
In the meantime, what do you think about the rune choices? Although I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Well, I mean, everything looks pretty straightforward. Arion Morgana, I don't know if I like. Um,
What do you like? What do you call it? Comment?
yeah, I like comment on Morgana, but I tend to do like really aggressive bot lane shenanigans. So
Which makes more sense.
I love the interaction with Airy and like Senna's spooky Wraithwalk or whatever it is.
Literally can't move.
Well, yeah, so like your Airy just sits there and jumps to whatever you're Wraith walking. And if they're like on the edge of it, it's just like all you hear is Airy going back and forth. It's funny.
Uh, sounds kinda toxic.
That's not toxic. That's fun interaction.
So fun and interactive, maybe. I don't know. It sounds kinda toxic.
I mean, it's not exploitable in game, so what's the problem?
Not at all. I didn't say there was a problem. It sounds and feels kind of toxic. That's all.
It's like spamming mastery emote. It's actually a disadvantage to do it.
Imagine having that on in the first place, because I sure don't.
I actually have it set to an easy to access key.
Yeah, and I don't have it on. Like I can use it. I just don't have the other people's on.
I actually set mine to my number pad 0 key so I can like smash it really hard.
I'm pretty sure it's broken by now, but that as often as you're probably eating it. Am I wrong though?
I have a really nice keyboard. Keys don't break on it.
That's what I thought.
We were just experiencing a mouse issue from the side of Team Iron Dragon that looks to be about resolved. And
So hopefully now that we are half an hour behind, we can get this game on the road.
yep, fingers crossed it's going to be an adventure today. All right, game starting.
We are back once again with that.
All right. And with that, teams are quickly buying up items, leaving the summoning.
Everything
Podium.
seems really standard. The bra.
There's a lot of there's a lot of Abusement Park members going bot lane.
The entirety of Abusement Park is sitting here waiting for this, like, for this one spot.
This is curious. They placed a ward and then went to bush. I guess trying to counter an invade?
Yeah, that's usually
That's
how you would do it. If you wanted to see it come through the tri-bush, that's the way. But like, you kind of give up a lot of vision on the rest of on the rest of the side of the jungle. So I hope, luckily, it seems as though they didn't like hard invade that. But it does seem like Mute will be starting on the blue side of his jungle.
no. Lie dropping a ward right there in tri-bush. And there's another pause.
Another pause.
This time from the opposite side. Oh, and the pause is fixed. Looks like the mid laner's game may have frozen there for a second. But it looks to have been sorted out.
Buffs are spawning. And the Olaf is starting off here on the blue side of the jungle. It might be very possible that it might vertical it if he walks over that ward there. That's going to be up for another 20 seconds.
That's a good Olaf skin. I like that Olaf skin.
Butcher. Oh, that's not Butcher. I thought it was Butcher, but it's not that. I actually don't know. I'm not familiar with this skin. Bind already landing down the mountain.
Yep. The trade not going in the favor of Iron Dragon though. Oh, never mind. A well-placed Q will change my tune. As Lava Chess is looking to just harass as much as possible. Ooh, another great binding. Lai Jailu doing a ton of damage to McCarty here. That's a good trade.
Hit with the level 2 power spike, another Q landing down there. Really trying to pressure them off that top lane, looking a little boring right now, even though there is Trundle here, may possibly look for something to happen, but I don't think it will.
Nah,
heading towards the mid lane, Rise getting pushed in by Candy, or Skiz getting pushed in by Candy, which is pretty standard practice for the level 3.
Yeah, Iron Dragon looking very aggressive here in the early game.
And already, like, Mute has cleared his entire jungle, and there are 3 missing camps or 3 camps that are still up from Ancient Mommy choosing to go around, but he seems like he might be looking to in-lane this if he can push it back.
Yeah,
we'll keep an eye on that and see if that works out for them.
Kind of curious.
I'm
you coming in from the backside. This looks to be a very effective gank. Binding goes down, stops that, but there's the Glacial Strike. TP coming in from... Oh, multiple TPs. Wow, there's a lot going on here. I'm Candy leaping down behind enemy lines, do a ton of damage to the back line. 4 members from both teams down bot lane. That was multiple teleports and a whole lot of action, but nobody dies.
Only summoner spells blown, the flash blown from Mute and Yumo, as well as the TPs blown from Candy and Skull, and as well as Chess as well. Was able to, I think, it was able to steal that. Yeah,
this could be bad. Mute U is in danger here.
And
first blood going to Lai Jailu.
Jeez,
that was great rotation. Good job.
They stole the crab and killed Mute, so now he's going to be behind on that.
In the meantime, shout out to Ain't Your Mommy going top lane and defending top lane versus this Mordekaiser while the Maokai teleported bot lane. That's excellent rotation skill from a team that has plenty of experience playing together.
Oh, even more action coming down. Lai Jailu and Chess still coming up here. Almost able to. Guardian.
Oh, there's the tick. The burn damage from Red Buff securing the kill. Very nice.
Red buff plus ignites, a lot of burn damage. Gotta respect it.
And they'll get a plate off of this, maybe 2. You
only
looking
for
to
one?
rotate bot lane, just opting at 1, not knowing where the enemy jungler was.
That is a 2,000 gold back for Lai Xiaolu. So we are going to see a pickaxe and a sheen probably coming out from that. Oh no, and opting for the tier.
Okay, yeah, I can dig that.
I'm okay with the double mana. I personally prefer the pickaxe there. But the extra mana is like a lot more sustained. Skiz looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. Easily able to get away from that.
He was just getting his back delayed a little bit. That's all it was.
There's no ward there, so he did not see Ancient Mommy leave. So it's very possible if he steps up here that he might just go down. Because Candy is 6.
Oh, ult goes off. That's a great shockwave.
As well as phase rush, more than enough to get away from him.
More damage. Oh, there's a flash. Yeah, flash for flash there. Skiz getting away here, but Spummer spell's burned. This game's still pretty close. Less than 1,000 gold lead for the side of Iron Dragon.
Well, it's only kills so far. It's meant to be like that.
Yeah. We're just 6.5 minutes in.
We're talking 700 gold here, like in kills, which is exactly the gold difference. Lai Xiaolu very aggressive with these arcane shifts.
A little bit of MF poke down bot lane. Oh, looks like we got a gank coming in mid lane. I mute you coming in from the backside, looking to get the slow on I'm Candy, who's just going to speed himself out of there. And so I mute you is just going to go into the enemy jungle and try to get something for his time. He will watch the red buff spawn, so he'll be able to take that.
I don't know if it was just from him knowing the timer or what, but it seems as though Iron Dragon does not have a ward to spot him there, but might just be assuming that. But it seems as though Ancient Mommy might try to force something here. And this 2v...
Oh, I'm Candy getting a return ganked here. Root lands down. Slow lands down from the... Oh, but Ancient Mommy is here looking to fight. TP goes down. That's a very unstoppable... Olaf, who's going to end up not picking up the kill, but staying alive and not dying. Went down to like 50 health there.
Joey Desu's TP will be down for this first dragon, most likely, seeing as how it was just used there. And also didn't get an assist, so it's just going to shove the lane in and probably go back to top lane. It seems to be. Yeah, without the ultimate being ready from Ancient Mommy, it's really showing the difference in the XP and the control of their jungle is making. Even with only a 60 to 33 difference in the CS, it's still very well shown how much that changes things.
I mute you hovering the spot lane. Luckily, the team members of Iron Dragon having already left to back and buy. Israel picking up that pickaxe that you were talking about.
Axel really like getting pushed around by
in a bad way.
Forcing the flash out.
Flash. Slow goes down, but so does the grab. Flash encounter. That's a dead Haxel.
Haxel goes down.
Olaf.
Goes over, but they do trade the Braum and the Olaf for it.
And now, yeah,
so
that was
overall it is a 3-for-1 alongside with the dragon, which of Ocean. Which Ocean, I don't know if that was worth. I don't think it was worth.
I don't think it was either.
Almost 1,000 gold, or With the one traded back, it's about 600 gold going towards, as well as 600 gold for dragon. Hmm. Hmm. Probably
And
a little
first
bit more.
dragon at that.
I really do like seeing the double sweeper so far on the side of Iron Dragon, and also on this side, on both teams, there's a double sweeper right now. So there's a lot of control over the vision right now. A lot of wards being cleansed and yeeted across the screen. But it seems as Mute U is looking to come take on Haxel yet again.
Yeah, definitely seem to be targeting this
Doesn't seem
living
like
tree. Well,
nothing is gonna come out of
animated
that.
tree, top lane. And what better way to attack a tree than with 2 axes?
I could think of a couple different ways. The chainsaw might work, but hey, that's just what I'm thinking. But it seems as Mute is gonna turn his eyes towards the Rift Herald, ready to possibly drop that. Doesn't seem anybody is going to be ready to contest that at all. Whoo! Big misfortune bounces, landing on the chest right before Ancient Mommy shows up. So they don't even know that Ancient Mommy's in this bush. He's gonna be able to jump to safety.
Haxel is about to get pinched again.
Jess is gonna eat it there. Heal coming out, not nearly enough to get him out alive, but the TP coming in from Skiz allows for that to be a good play. Both teleports are available on the side of Iron Dragon, whether or not they decide to use it. Some tower plate's gonna go to Candy.
Joey Disu picking up the kill up in top lane with a little bit of help from the Olaf.
Rift Herald getting popped in the top lane, meaning that if nobody TPs up to this top lane, this top tower will most likely be going down. Oh yeah, that's dead. There's no way that doesn't go down there. Which means first tower is gonna go.
Towers.
First tower finally dropping at the 1240 mark. Yep, at the 1240 mark, ready to start accelerating the pace of this game. Both teams playing exceptional right now.
Yeah, game's super tight. And while the bot lane of Team Iron Dragon seems to be ahead here against their opponents, the top lane of Team Abusement Park is most certainly ahead as well. So, really going to be a toss-up on which one's going to make more of a difference in the long run.
We're getting out here.
Speaking of top laners, Joey Disu coming down bot lane to take over the 2v.
Into the mid lane. But it seems as though they're going to give the blue buff to Skiz. So now that man's basically got infinite mana, not going to run out of that anytime soon. Seems as though everything seems to be a little bit standard. The gold differences are pretty minuscule, except in the top lane, because they gave Mordekaiser not only those 2 kills, but the entire tower. So now Mordekaiser has over a 2,000 gold lead over. Joey has 2,000 gold lead over Haxel, so that might be a little bit difficult for him to deal with, especially opting into the Spirit Visage over the Abyssal Mask for him.
Yeah, and your mommy looking towards this dragon real quick. Ooh, eating a massive chunk of damage though. But they're going in on this this dragon. They're gonna get it. Okay. First Infernal going to Team Iron Dragon. And the rift will change to a very mountainous version of itself. Extra terrain. Definitely going to make things a little bit tighter in the in-team fights later on.
Which is very good for the Misfortune and the Braum combo that we're going to be seeing later on, as what, like, for both teams really, because then you've got the Orianna Shockwave, the Ezreal ultimate that can just, and then the Maokai ultimate that can all just really push into choke points, which both teams I think are going to want choke points this game. But if that happens in choke points, then it's going to come down to how well Yumo plays with the Unbreakable to block a lot of that damage and a lot of that CC that will be coming out. Taking a look at the gold differences one more time, the gold difference between junglers is actually almost 2,000 as well. So the jungle and top side of the maps are not doing so hot, but the bot lane is not exactly that far ahead either, with only 1,000 ahead on those two roles, and only 600 difference between the mid laners. So you will see once the towers start falling whether or not the gold differences start coming into play. But with Mute backing right there, we might see a lot different.
MF ult pop bot lane looks to just clear off this minion wave.
Wants to keep this tower alive as long as possible, maybe to give Mute enough time to come down here, but it seems as though they're not going to have enough. Because Mute is looking to the mid lane, will place the pink ward and be spotted, looking to take that, but with McCurdy and Yumo backing, there's nothing to stop Lai Xiaolu and Chess from taking that bot tower to even up the towers and push them back ahead in team gold. But is it in the right places? Although the 2,000 gold doesn't mean as, oh, it's not even 2,000 anymore. It dropped a little bit to 1,400.
Dead even?
No, I meant in top lane in general.
Oh, okay, yeah. Goal difference on the teams being dead even once again.
Yeah, because do remember that tank items do cost significantly less than damage items, and Maokai tends to build straight tank, so his build, although only being...
Flash burn from the Braum.
I guess nobody wanted to come close enough to the wall to let him jump over?
But yeah, maybe a small communication issue. Big fight going down. Maokai going down as well. Mordekaiser having used his early on. Ain't Your Mom having to flash out, eating a ton of damage. Dream Lover is going to fall to the Olaf. There's a Maokai back in the back line. IMU taking a ton of damage here, getting a little bit overstaying. Ooh, that's a big MF ult, but it's canceled out. Ezreal picking up the kill. Skiz eventually falling too. That team fight went to the side of Iron Dragon in decisive fashion, and this might just be mid-turn. Well, no, they're going to back out. Wise choice. That turn hurts.
I think the big thing that happened in that fight was the way that Iron Dragon split up the team of Abusement Park. If you notice, all of the damage, like when they split from the Mordekaiser was put on the side alongside the Braum, there was no way for them to really come together and use their team together. But because Iron Dragon was able to stick to one spot and keep themselves together, they were able to combo their ultimates very well. The Ezreal ultimate hitting 3 people, a huge Orianna Shockwave coming in. It really was a beautiful team fight on the side of Iron Dragon. But what we do also see is a lot of things coming into play there. Lai Xiaolu's Manamune did transform into the Muramana prior to that fight too, which added a huge amount of damage to come from. And the Zanya is being completed as well from Chess. Is just a lot of things came in at the perfect timing for them to make that play.
Let's see if that trend continues or if they start to lose team fights. This Mordekaiser's no slouch in and of himself. And that Olaf can do a whole lot of damage. Ooh, Hacksaw just sidestepping out of the grab from Joey Disu.
The Rift Herald being popped into mid lane, but it seems as though all of the members of Iron Dragon are here to make sure that it still was able to
It
get
will
off.
get a charge. Yep.
Which puts that in a position to fall in case they opt into this dragon. I think it would be completely reasonable to give up this dragon for that tower, because then they'd have a lot of mid pressure.
Well, this is mid tower falling for the side of Abusement Park here.
But now Iron Dragon is a bit split, and the Mewtwo is on the other side of this.
MF go, oh, that is a great shockwave into the back line. Lots of damage down. Iron Dragon getting the kill onto the dragon, and eventually picking off the Rise. That's a Maokai ult. Going to just fall short, but it was really good to zone. Yeah, maybe a little excessive, if we're being honest.
And they're looking
but,
towards
hey,
the Baron, maybe, because they are all headed to the top side of the map, not realizing that that pink ward is there. So I don't think that they will opt into the Baron this time, only because they did have vision of it.
Oh, but this
Olaf is there, but
Olaf may have just bitten a little bit more than he can chew. And he will be picked off, and I think they should be looking more towards this Baron right now. Enemy jungler's dead. They have the advantage. Trundle is pinging his smite. It's not up, so... Ooh, this makes this a tricky decision.
even without a jungler, they're just gonna have to work as a team and burst it properly. And there's nobody able to coming up to even contest it. Braum is the only one on this side of the map alongside the Mordekaiser, who seems to be on his way but not checking the Baron. So they are just going to give this up. Because Rise is not on the right side of the map, even with teleport available.
First, Baron falling to Iron Dragon. They're going to look to reset here and defend their base. Well, defend a tower, I'm sure.
And it seems as though Ancient Mommy is going straight tank, opting into the Cinder Hulk as well as the Knight's Vow, which means that he is just going to be a CC bot. He's not even intending to do damage this game. So, and the fun fact about his pillar is that it's a displacement. So if he's close enough to displace Miss Fortune and cancel her ultimate, that is a huge piece of every team fight if he's able to do that.
Yes, sir. Between him and the Oriana, you have a very real risk of that MF just not being able to pop ult in any way safer, in a safe way, ever.
Because the max range, like unless Miss Fortune is standing at max range, I can't see it being like that effective or not getting canceled in some way between the Oriana Shockwave and the Trundle, and the Trundle pillar. But it seems as though Iron Dragon wants vision of the bot side, seeing as how the dragon is the next objective up on the map, which will be up in a little over 2 minutes. But they are pressuring this mid lane to see if they can get it with this Baron, which should be a rather simple feat.
Oh, yeah, easy tower. They're going to continue to push up to the next one, just sieging it down a little bit. Olaf's in the wings. I mute you, looking to maybe pick up a kill here. Will be protected.
Elisha Lu just absolutely exploding the Misfortune. Exploding him.
MF did not stand a chance there.
And he's still
eating a ton of damage. Wow, Elijah Lu continued with his performance from yesterday and just going to town on the enemy team. It's like he's not afraid of anything. His team is doing a great job protecting. Ooh, root lands down, shield goes down, spell shield is popped, and he will eventually fall, but his assailant in the Rise will also go and fall with him. Ain't Your Mommy taking the tower, getting the rest of his team out of the enemy base. That's a fair chunk of kills, though, and this series of Baron power play has really changed the dynamic of the Rift.
Although the 4 kills did go to Iron Dragon in that fight, the 1,000 gold shutdown going on to Rise is not something to be ignored. Because along with that, he was able to finish off the core of his build, and he's got a little bit of extra gold. I guess he's just waiting for something to come in with 1,200. Oh yeah, he was able to pick up an extra needless. So the second needless is actually 30 gold away. He's probably going to sit in base for it. Actually opts not to. despite it being 30 gold away? Because I'm pretty sure he's going death cap like he did yesterday, and has the gold for the second needless. I don't know if not waiting was the move there, but the fact that now he's going to have to take an extra back to pick up that needless before the next fight to really pop off in it is going to mean a lot. Because,
Yeah,
again,
it's a ton of lost damage right there.
the 4 kills is just at least 1,400 gold going towards Iron Dragon, but is negated mostly by that 1,000 gold shutdown. And it seems as
Dragon
though
coming up here.
doesn't even oh, wait.
Well, that was a 1-for-1.
Wow. That was not worth it, again, in the slightest, because Lai Shalu still had another shutdown on him. So he just gave up almost 2,000 gold straight to Rise, to Skiz's Rise. And we saw what the devastation that Skiz's Rise can do. So now that he's able to finish off that the entire death cap with that extra gold, he is now in a perfect position to really turn this game if his team allows it.
Meanwhile, Hacksaw picking up the tower in top lane.
Teleport
you slightly out of position here. Pops the ult. Lots of damage going down. That's a big MF ult. You doing tons of damage here, but I'm Candy is not done with this fight. Oh, neither is Maokai. Hacksaw coming into the backside. Orianna picking up a quick double kill. Joey Disu looking to kill the support in just a fit of fussing, I guess. Like, this seems excessive, and he's not even going to get the kill. I'm Candy doing a good job of kiting around here and picking up that third kill. That's kind of a scary Orianna at this point. Both teams picking up a ton of stats here very quickly as they trade off kills to each other.
Yeah, I don't know if forcing the dragon there was really the play that Abusement Park was looking for. They were probably waiting for Skiz's TP, but he wasn't exactly alive to do that. So even without Lai Shalu, they still had plenty of damage to keep down Abusement Park.
Yeah, the game reaching the 27-minute mark, about to hit 28 minutes. Builds are starting to hit their third and fourth items. Ezreal about to start his last item.
What item builds out of Giant's Belt and Kindle Gem? My memory is escaping me. Warbox.
Oh, yeah.
It like took me a minute because I know these items. I know every item in the game, and I need to just think about it for a second. Cause I know every item.
Well, I've never built Warmogs out of any other game mode except for ARAM, so your guess was going to have to be the answer because I wasn't getting there.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys who studies the game really hard, so I know a lot that there is to know. And it looks as though there's not really going to be any way to contest this Baron.
Yeah, Riot's doing his best to counter this play by just shoving in bot lane. But at best, he's going to get, this tower here.
But it seems as though Skiz will be able to pick up that tower as well.
Now it's just a matter of seeing what Iron Dragon can do with this Baron buff this second go around, as they are currently up 8,000 gold. Can they use this to close the game out, or at least put pressure on some objectives? Or will it just be a Baron for a couple towers? Depends on where this trade goes. Ooh, Lai Lu doing a fair chunk of damage with this big old minion wave. Pops ult just to help clear minions. Dream Lover taking a ton of damage here. Joey Disu looking for a fight probably going to pop ult here. Yep, pops ult onto the Trundle. But I don't think that's a fight he wants, as he's getting handled in his own ult. Ain't Your Mommy having to flash out there. Lots of damage being traded back and forth. Oof, that's unfortunate, but I'm Candy picking up the kill. This fight swinging back and forth rapidly, but the main damage dealer staying alive for the side of Iron Dragon. Ooh.
And it seems as though they might be able to pick off Shalu, but the arcane shift keeps him safe.
Yeah. Turn's picked off. He's going to just arcane shift his way around this fight and pop another ult for good measure.
Wasn't like he didn't have that ult like twice that fight at all.
Yeah, his cooldowns have got to be somewhere around like the 20 or 30 second mark.
If he's able to just continually pop Q from the first ult to the second, it should actually back up about 40 seconds or so, if not less than that. Because let me see, the cooldown on his 100 is 72 right now, and if he's popping Q every single time it's up, it should be back up in about 30 seconds actually, assuming they all land. Oh,
Ooh.
really unfortunate.
Dream Lover in a bad way here. Olaf popping ult, trying. Ooh, never mind. Protected by Ain't Your Mommy.
Seems as though we're just all dancing around the dragon pit, waiting for that to spawn in the next 20 seconds to see who's going to pick that up. Because if Iron Dragon is to pick this up, it'll be very, very difficult for them to even think about making a comeback in this game.
Yeah,
The
Dragon
teleport is available from Skiz, and it seems the fight is breaking out. Mute already having used his
Mute out of place. Mute has been silenced. He is dead and will not be able to help with this fight. And it looks like Iron Dragon will be able to pick up this soul uncontested for that. Dream Lover just a little bit behind on that binding. Sweeper not quite picking up the MF fast enough.
TP being blown from the rise to get back a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Ezreal just throwing it into the enemy line. It's going to be up fast enough anyway. Lots of damage going down. Skiz already at a third of his health removed, out down to half. Big fight breaking out. Maokai popping ult. Ain't Your Mommy trying to shut down this Olaf and will eventually do it. Lai Lu having to flash away from this Mordekaiser, and he's dancing around it. Joey Disu eating a ton of damage here and will not be able to pick up the kill in his ult. And this fight slowly clinching down. It looks like we're going to have it in soon enough. Skiz taking a fair chunk of damage from Lai Lu on this Ezreal, who's just hopping about and doing tons of work. And in the meantime, this Orianna is just throwing down some damage. All up in the back line. And the Nexus will eventually fall, picked off by I'm Candy for that extra 50 gold. Gotta pad your score.
Definitely away. Definitely away.
All right. Well, final score is in. I'm Candy went 13-1. Lai Lu went 14-2. I'm Candy has, like, if you include the preseason, a KDR of like 75-5.
I didn't watch or was not informed of all that, so I mean, if Elijah Lu is playing as well as he does for the rest of this season, it's going to be very, very difficult for anybody to once again compete with Iron Dragon. And I had a lot of faith in Abusement Park. They showed a lot yesterday, but it was not enough today.
Well, my good faith and fan favorite Iron Dragon taking the win yet again, proving that once again your best caster and the man with the plan,
Who are you?
Monochrome 94, choosing the winner as
Who are you?
usual.
Mr. Toxicrome? Who are you?
Yeah, just the guy that knows who's going to win the game before the game happens.
Literally toxic. Get out of here.
Uh, Unfortunately, you do not have controls to the Discord, so you can't get rid of me just yet.
Not yet. I'll get there.
Uh, I'm getting word that we're trying to get a quick interview in with one of the players.
We'll see if we actually can get that. Not sure if we will, but hopefully we do.
Looks like we'll be getting Candy in here in just a second. In the meantime, I'm going to take a quick second look at the damage charts just so I can look at the. Whew, Ezreal doing far more damage than anybody else in the game at 50,000 damage. Um, the second highest being Oriana at 27,000, almost 28,000. That's big numbers, boys.
Oh my.
And not quite. All right. Looks like I'm
We're gonna
Candy is not available.
interview off.
Um, but we will
We'll
hurry up and get the next game up and started. We'll cut to break here real quick while we get everything finalized and get back to you in just a second. So don't go anywhere.